Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And State Farm presents the starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Anthony Morrow.
Yeah, no question that Morrow is a natural shooter, whether it's coming off a pick or just floating out beyond the arc and spotting up. He is just amazing at knocking down long-range shots.
There is just no need to warm up with Morrow. It's like as soon as he steps on the floor, he flips on the switch, he's ready to go. He can heat up in an instant like that. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta. An incredible season series, complete domination. They've won all the matchups so far.
Well, not too much went wrong for them in that one, especially offensively. I think it worked out pretty much just as they had planned.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent game plan. They carried it out very effectively. The kind of game that makes a coach proud.
You know, it's hard to think of a better athlete than LeBron James, but when you talk agility and fluidity on the basketball court, I don't think you can do any better than Dwayne Wade.
Here's Clutch, who picked up 33 points in their last win against Indiana.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
Wade gets the bucket.
You know, it's easy to take him for granted because we're so used to seeing him make those kinds of plays.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And Steve, you mentioned it. Wade's great agility. You talked about it. And that quality for me is really a big part of what makes him so special and fun to watch. I mean, he glides through defenders with such grace and such control. Whereas LeBron has that ability, but when he attacks, it's more smash mouth. He's coming at you and through you. Right now. What a man. Boy, pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
That's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
And that last replay courtesy of Sprite. Wade against T. Back to Horford. Outside T. Pocket 6. Here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you feel good for Larry Drew, who's in his 3rd season as a head coach, because he spent 18 years as an assistant before he finally got his big break with the Hawks. In all, he's been with Atlanta since 2004, so he knows these players well.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Larry Drew gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Offensive rebound. Here's Clutch. Over Teague. Rebounded by the Hawks. And Larry Drew, well liked by the players in his time as an assistant, probably made it a little bit easier for the ownership to make him the head coach as he replaces Mike Woodson.
Well, it's always easier to be the good cop. You know, when you're the assistant coach, all of a sudden you become the head coach and you need to be tougher. You need to discipline players a little bit. It can be harder to have those relationships with your players. It's always a fine balance, but Drew has done a nice job of establishing himself with this Hawks team.
A look from Harris, and again it's Atlanta.
The confidence grows when you start a game as hot as he has.
And he's picking the right shots, guys. I mean, he's making it happen 4 for 4 from the field and just taking good shots.
Allen dishes to Haslam, and that one's good.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against Indiana.
Well, you got to say, not exactly shocking. It was a blowout, but that game figured to be one-sided.
You know, I thought they'd probably come out on top too, but I didn't know it would be that lopsided. I mean, I was surprised by the margin of victory.
The Hawks leading by 3.
Since moving to Atlanta in 1968 from St. Louis, the Hawks have been a steady presence in the postseason, Kevin. Still, that penultimate goal of an NBA title has eluded them.
Teague, the pass to Smith. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that certainly sent a ripple through the crowd.
Yeah, no, alley-oop always does that. One of the most beautiful plays you'll see in all of basketball.
Yeah,
it's impossible not to be impressed.
Yep, very exciting play to see that.
Especially when it ends with that big slam like that one.
Out to Wade. Haslam, a screen on Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Lifts up, and he makes good on the layup. With the Hawks in the playoff history, they've always seemed to be the good team that just was overpowered, it seems, Steve, in the end.
Yeah, they've never had that transcendent player. You know, the closest guy they had to that was probably Dominique Wilkins, but he was playing in the era when Bird and Magic and Jordan were dominating the league. So it's just been one of those things for Atlanta. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. They've been good, they just haven't been great.
Backing down is LeBron. Pass to Haslam. Second shot opportunity, and LeBron with the layup. LeBron's now got 6.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Harris up top. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Here's Clutch. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Hawks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night.
Well, loss or no loss, that was a fantastic game, Clark. They could be proud of the way they battled at least.
I suppose, but Steve, it still was a really heartbreaking loss. I mean, you hate to lose in overtime. No matter how hard you played, it still leaves you very empty and disappointed when you come up short.
Joel Anthony's checked in for Miami. And a change for the Hawks. Pachulia's checked in.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
The Hawks leading. And here is Teague. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Josh Smith is really a heck of a player.
Outside Williams. Now the feed to Korver. Lets it go with the 3. They get it back.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense. A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some strength there, guys.
And Steve, going back to Josh Smith, despite his great finishing, only about a third of his shots, come from around the rim, which is, it's got to be a higher percentage.
Well, it's not rocket science. The numbers are pretty clear. The more he can attack the rim, the more dominant he'll be offensively.
Shot clock at 5. Korver kicks to Petro. Fade away. The kick out to Williams. Second chance shot. Snatched up. Jenkins. And blocked. Inside. Tipped. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The dish now to Lewis. Here's Clutch. And an emphatic dunk. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, Clark, that did not look good. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's nothing too serious.
Boy, you can't help but feel for him. I mean, one moment you're doing what you do best, and the next, the situation's really out of your hands. I really hope he's okay.
LeBron, he's checked in for Rashard Lewis. Al Horford, he's checked in for the Hawks.
This has been a strong statement by them, the way they've come out and attacked the glass early.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. I love the physical play, the fact that they're taking the game right to their opponents.
Feeds to Korver. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Korver's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, Kyle Korver is going to do one thing better than just about anybody in the league, and that's shoot the three-point ball. And he's got unlimited range, beautiful stroke, and you have to respect his range as a defense.
He just makes it look so easy, too, when he shoots. He'll be almost statuesque, but each and every time he fires from deep, he hits it. Johnson off the pick from Horford. He kicks to Jenkins from downtown, but they recover it. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Williams. Back to Johnson. Tries again. The pass to Williams. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Jenkins. Outside Williams. Williams gets a screen from Johnson. And another shot. Williams' shot is off. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by 8. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
The newest 2K style magazine arriving in stores now.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Clutch in at shooting guard. Joel Anthony is out there at Lewis. Then it's Mike Miller. And it's Chalmers in at the point. Shot clock at 6.
Get it! Watch out now. That's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Off the pick. The offensive rebound. The second chance bucket is good.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
Here's Clutch. To the paint, Anthony, guarded by Horford. Here's Clutch. He's got 9. Shoots over Jenkins. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
And Doris Berg has a report for us from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Clutch in their last time out against the Pacers. Boy, he was tremendous. He dropped a cool 33 points and came through on the defensive side as well, adding some blocks to his scoreline. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks, Doris, very much. I'm sure he's going to carry some of the...
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Here's Williams. Gets it to go. Chalmers with it. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Here's Clutch. Gives him the lead pass. Gets it to go. And the Heat lead by 10.
They continue to barrel their way inside. And when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Here's Korver for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Lewis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lewis sets the pick for Chalmers. He feeds it to Battier. Off target from outside.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Dishes to Jenkins. Williams with the ball. Rashard Lewis covering. The kick out to Williams. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Korver dishes to Williams. Back to Miller. Got a piece of it. Pass to Horford. Puts it up. Another shot, and there's the rejection. Pushing it up. Chalmers past the Battier. Gets it to go. Battier's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. And you look at Clutch, such quick hands, second in the NBA.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Exactly. The IQ he's shown at the defensive end this past month has been very, very impressive.
The Heat leading by 12.
Well, guys, I thought acquiring Shane Battier was a terrific move for the Miami Heat, both on and off the court. On the court, he's a great shooter and a smart defender. Makes that corner three to space the floor. And then in the locker room with his maturity and his leadership and his ability to handle the media, a really good role for Battier in Miami.
The Heat making a switch here. Cole's checked in. Now Williams, still looking to get on the scoreboard. 6 to shoot. He passes to Porter. Shot to stop the run. Kept alive. And Jenkins kicks to Petro. And the shot is good.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
He'd have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Stevie touched on the presence of Shane Battier, a very cerebral player. Enjoys that part of the game. He did at Duke. He does in the NBA. He said he looks at basketball, Clark, as a sort of chess match.
And I think that's been his edge, Kevin, his approach, his mental approach to how he sees and thinks the game.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Here's Clutch. Passes to Lewis. Here's Clutch. He's got 13. Here's Cole. Cans the 12-footer.
And, you know, a lot of people aren't aware of this, but Eric Spoelstra's father was once the general manager of the Portland Trail Blazers. And Eric went on to play at the University of Portland, had a nice career there before hooking on with the Miami Heat. He's been with the organization for a long time.
There's the feed to Lewis. 3 on 3. Jenkins dishes to Williams. Now the dish to Jenkins. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Not sure why he's insisting on shooting from out there. It's just not working for him right now.
Here's Clutch. Right now averaging 27 points a game. Over Williams. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Clutch has got 9 points in the quarter. And for Coach Spoelstra, Steve, as you mentioned, family ties in the business of basketball. He's been around it since he was a little guy.
Yeah, he knew relatively early on in his life that he wanted to stay around the game. You know, after college, he played a couple of seasons professionally in Germany and then ended up at the age of 25 working as an intern for the Heat as a video coordinator. So quite a climb for Eric Spoelstra. And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
Here's Cole. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Norris Cole has a ton of speed. He's athletic, and he's very active defensively.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Heat out front, delivering the blowout. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Damon Bruce here. Welcome to halftime. So far, a lopsided game out at American Airlines Arena. Miami up on top against Atlanta. Playing great basketball of late. This game's no different. Clutch, unreal in the first half. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And the Hawks have been plugging away. Their work on the offensive boards, a big factor. Great effort out there. An impressive first half for Josh Smith. He's got 10 points, and he's helped out with some key rebounds as well. That'll be all for this episode. It's in the books. I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the second half.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? Clutch and impressive effort here today.
Well, he's just carving up this defense with his ability to cut and get to the hoop.
And some of his finishes at the rim, Steve, wow. I mean, come on. I mean, he's giving his squad just what they needed.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Josh Smith and Al Horford, the big men, Teague out there with Devin Harris, and it's Morrow in at the small forward.
And now 6 of their last 10 points from mid-range.
Yeah, jump shot really serving these guys pretty well.
Harris passes to Teague. Feeds it to Horford. 16 feet away. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. Wade with it. Haslam a screen. The drive by LeBron. Haslam and the powerful one-handed slam.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Now here is Harris. Tight defense on him. He kicks it to Morrow. Here's the 3. Here's Teague. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
Well, they've built a big lead here so far, and a lot of it has to do with how well they've been rebounding.
Yeah, every time they make a stop, they're securing the rebound, and that's really allowed them to get out to this lead. They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart, too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Smith kicks to Harris. Horford. Back to Harris. And the shot is good. Harris has got 11 points.
And that's his game right there, the determination to get to the bucket. You got to love the mindset.
LeBron against Smith. Down low. They double him with Horford. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
A moment here to take a look at some of the numbers for Dwayne Wade. First in shooting percentage. And he's in the top 15 in points per game, so he's a guy you have to account for defensively.
I don't think we can overlook the fact that he's the top field goal percentage shooter in the league. I mean, lights out. That's really the only way to describe him. He doesn't miss much.
Harris outside. Beyond the arc. No good. And it's Miami the other way.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
And the basket good. 9 points for Allen.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami. And, of course, there's the Hawks. Right now, quite a ways down below.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've tried to get their season turned around, and nothing has clicked so far.
Isn't it funny, Clark? I mean, sometimes the chemistry just doesn't work for a team. And even though the talent looks like it's there to have a good team, it just doesn't work. And for this club, that's exactly what's happened.
Wade dishes to Haslam. Back to Wade. Allen outside. Kicks it to Haslam. And stolen by Horford. Into Smith. Rises up and throws it down.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
The Heat have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Clutch, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
Harris outside. The pass to Smith. He dishes it to Morrow. It's stolen by Allen. He feeds it to Wade. Haslam a screen. Now here's Wade. And that one's good. Wade's got 13.
And they've really come out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity. And the way Wade's style of play is very high wire and high impact. I mean, he spends a lot of time getting fouled and bouncing off the hardwood. And every season he spends time packing muscle on his frame so he can handle that kind of pounding. Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean. And
the replay, of course, presented by Sprite. What a play. Here's Smith. Drops in the short one. 14 points for him. And Dwayne Clark, you mentioned his hard-charging style of play. Steve, if you're part of the Heat organization, how do you protect him from getting hurt?
Well, maybe you just give the ball to LeBron a little bit more often, but not a whole lot you can do, Kevin. I mean, this is the way Wade plays. He's always been an attacker. He's so athletic and strong that he's going to get to the rim and absorb a lot of punishment. But he just has to take care of his body and, make sure he spends a lot of time with the trainers after games.
Here's Smith, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist in the game.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Here's LeBron. Good work defensively by Smith.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
This is to Teague. It's stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Pass to Harris. Drop steps. And he drops it in from the low post. Harris has got 13. Now LeBron. 14 points for him. Johnson's there. Here's Clutch from deep. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's now got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
And here is Harris. He's got 13. Outside Teague. He passes it to Pachulia. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's now got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes it to Anthony. It's rebounded by Teague. Hawks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Makes the alley-oop pass. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
Here's Clutch, guarded by Harris. Backing down is LeBron. Here's Clutch over Johnson. Green for 2 points. Clutch has got 24 points.
You know, he's having a special quarter. 100% field goal shooting. They need to continue to ride it and work to get him good shots.
And that is good.
Kevin, nice high percentage look right there.
Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Back to Anthony. And that one's good. Anthony's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, and you can't let them get deep position.
Yeah, you got to do your work early here, Steve, and you got to be physical with it.
Harris outside. Teague kicks to Harris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Good game for Harris. He's got 13 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Joel Anthony. Mattier comes in for James Jones. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. LeBron, no luck.
That's a look that he'll never pass up. The one he'll usually never miss.
Shoots. Rebound by the Heat. And now here comes Cole, leading the break. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Joan Petro, he's checked in for Atlanta. Jenkins comes in for Devin Harris. Here's Cole. He has 6. Here's Clutch. The feed to Cole. 5 on the clock. Here's Clutch. Drains the three-pointer. Clutch has got 12 points in just the second half. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Teague kicks to Jenkins. Jenkins off the pick from Horford. Here is Korver. He's guarded by Battier. Shot clock at 6. Horford gets the bucket.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
And that one's good.
Man, they have a huge advantage in points in the paint. Look at that.
Oh, and this defense is getting pushed around a bit too much for my liking. They're just not competing at a high enough level here.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Cole's got the ball. Oh!
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow. Major courage on display right there in that situation to go reverse.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Well, don't tell him, because I want to see it again.
15 seconds left in the third. Williams passes to Horford. Smith uncovered. Cole with the rebound.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Heat running away with it. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
The newest issue of Dime Magazine just hit the shelves.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And now our sideline reporter Doris Burke has a report on our Sprite Uncontainable game. Hi, Doris.
Kev, as you might have guessed, the uncontainable game today goes to the Miami Heat. Some games a team can catch all the breaks, and they have made the most of everything that's been given to them. Great effort so far, guys.
Here's Clutch, guarded by Harris. Lewis, right side. Here's Clutch. Harris on the double team. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Horford. So with LeBron on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Clutch, he's in at shooting guard. Shane Battier is out there with Lewis. Then there's Joel Anthony, and it's Chalmers in at the point guard position. Here's Clutch. The dish to Anthony. Here's Clutch. Horford with the block. They recover it. And good on the basket. Hook it.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
Here's Harris. Anthony with the block. And they get it back. Horford covered by Anthony. Just 4 to shoot. Teague for 3. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Harris. Nailed from three-point land. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Now here comes Teague, leading the break. And there's Devin Harris on the assist by Teague. 20 points for Devin Harris.
Now, it's hard to set up your D when you've just turned it over at the other end.
Yeah, a lot of points have been given up here, Steve, by way of turnovers. And their defense has just been short-circuited by their offense.
Teague dishes to Johnson, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Put that paw up there and banged it home.
Yeah,
man, that was nice.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
right.
that was strong.
Simple, direct, and effective.
Chalmers against Teague. Here's Clutch. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lewis, and he makes good on his first shot of the game. Hawks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Harris kicks to Johnson.
Well, one topic that the league and the Players Union did punt on, as they say, in the last labor negotiation was the age requirement rule. The league wanted to push it back to push it up to 20 years. The players wanted to cut it back to 18. They've kept it at 19 years of age. I'd personally like to see it up at 20. I think players need the life experience and the growth and maturity before they enter the NBA.
T kicks to Horford. From 18 feet away, rebounded by Battier. Battier's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anthony against Horford. Lewis outside. Here's Clutch. There's the triple. Rebound by the Hawks. Morrow's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And no question, a 20-year-old age limit would benefit college basketball. And Steve, you are now watching a lot of college basketball, broadcasting it. The NBA feels that the benefit, the league would get would be enormous. Do you, Steve, think it would be in the players' best interests?
I do, Kevin, because I think players would arrive in the NBA more prepared than they would after only 1 season of college basketball. And I know there's plenty of arguments on both sides, but the bottom line is, it's about the product on the floor. We've got a lot of very young players in the league these days who really are not quite ready for what they're facing. So I think 1 more year to that rule would be a big benefit for everybody.
This has been a game for him to forget. So far, anyway. We'll see if he can pick it up.
Feeds it to Chalmers. Here's Clutch for 3. Here's Anthony. That drops.
Yeah, such a great feel for how a missed shot is going to come off the rim. Really plays those angles well. That's exactly why he consistently beats defenders to the ball.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
He'd have gotten into a pretty good groove going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Chalmers pass to Lewis.
Well, the old adage was whoever gets the best player wins the trade. But the Nuggets traded away Carmelo and the Jazz traded away Darren Williams, and both made the playoffs last season and have a foundation laid now for great success going forward.
Harris kicks to T. He kicks it to Horford. Kicks to Harris. Johnson left side. Over Lewis. Shot to stop the drought. And Horford finishes inside.
Well, you love his motor and the effort level that's there on the offensive boards. That's always there. And those are the kind of things that create extra possessions for a team. And ultimately, the NBA games are generally close. So 2-3 extra possessions in a game could turn out to be the difference between winning and losing.
And also, Steve, he's the guy that does all the dirty work. A tenacious competitor, 100% effort all the time, and you love that. The lift they've gotten from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
The Hawks shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Horford with the screen on Chalmers. The 3 from Morrow. The second chance effort. Johnson. And it's Miami with the rebound. Lewis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Boy, they've been all over the glass. Big advantage in the rebound totals.
Yeah, that's really carried them in this one, guys. I mean, those one-and-dones have really set a nice tone and let them establish this lead.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Back to T. Over Chalmers. Here's Johnson. Jams it straight down.
He spoke loud on making a statement that play.
Yeah, that was brute force battling for the offensive board, then taking it right back up there.
That's just all about strength and energy, guys.
Chalmers with it. Fires the 3. Great D that time from T.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Horford dishes to Johnson. They get a hand on it. Horford. Harris passes to Johnson. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Teague can't hit.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hand. Not stopping. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
To the middle. Here's Anthony. No good. Some solid defense from Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Step back shot. The shot will not go. The Heat go the other way with it. Now Chalmers. Some solid defense from Harris. The Hawks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Johnson. And here's the fast break. Here's Clutch. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
Teague kicks to Morrow. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Tell you, they might have to make a defensive adjustment. They can't give him that kind of a look from beyond the arc.
Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the pass to Lewis. Here's Clutch. Harris on the double team. Anthony right side. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, they are not exactly taking their foot off the gas just yet.
No, they want to throw a little bit of whipped cream and some cherry on top of this one.
Here's Horford. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Clutch. He feeds it to Anthony. Three-pointer. A rebound by Johnson.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From deep, Morrow, another three for Atlanta. And here is Chalmers. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Clutch.
How does it feel to be on the winning end of a second straight laugher? You guys were unstoppable out there tonight.
It was great. I love winning as much as the next guy, and when we're winning convincingly, it's that much better. We're able to get everyone involved, we're making the right decisions, we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing out there. Great win, man. Coach will be proud of this one.